everyone. And Pro Temp Wheeler, would you like to lead us in the fight song today?
See, now why are you sticking me out like that? It's like, nah, okay.
No, I had to. Olivia, are we streaming? Yes, okay.
Okay, so 1, 2, you know what to do. Hail to
the Tough and Tigers, we're true to the black and gold. Fight on the courage, now and forever. We strong and bold. Fight, fight, fight. To the Tough and Tigers. Fight, fight, fight. Tigers, fight. Lead us victory.
Beautiful. Beautiful, everyone. Gets better and better each time. I feel like the key is to just go in with confidence. Anywho, okay. We'll be doing roll call through the participants list, so we won't be doing that today in our traditional fashion. Moving to the approval of the minutes, are there any amendments to the last meeting's minutes? Hearing none, we'll consider them approved. Are there any amendments to the agenda? I recommend that someone strikes advisors' remarks from the agenda for today.
Senator Goodman, I accept that recommendation.
Thank you so much. Is there a second?
Senator Dixon, I second.
Director Kapoor, who seconded that? Or
Senator Rank.
Okay, Senator Rank. Thank you so much. Is there any discussion on striking advisors' remarks? All right, we'll move into a vote then. All in favor of striking advisors' remarks from the communications on the agenda? All right. Hold on. I've lost the chat somehow. Okay, all opposed? Abstaining? Chief Justice Foreman, what is the senator count today?
There should be 10 senators today.
Including Pro Temp Wheeler?
Including Pro Temp Wheeler, there will be 11.
Okay. So Director Kapoor, what's the voting count?
11 in favor.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. All right, we have 2 guest speakers today, and just as a heads up for everyone, for the spring in March and April and a little bit into May, we won't have as many GAs in May, but we want to orient students towards resources on campus within the Towson community. So we'll be having guest speakers more regularly than we traditionally have seen this year. So I hope you all are as excited as I am about that. Today, we have a guest from the Career Center, Lori Logan Bennett, who's the Assistant Vice President of Career Services, as well as Vanessa Gonzalez Wright, who's the Assistant Director of Student Diversity and Development from the Center for Student Diversity, affectionately known as the CSD. So beginning with the Career Center, we will start with Lori, and if anyone has any questions, please hold them until the end of each respective presentation.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for the invitation to join you all. It's great to be here and to see all of your faces. Jordan, is it possible to give me the opportunity to share my screen?
Chief of Staff Ambush, if you would, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Okay. All right, fantastic. So 1 sec. And we're good. Do you all see this PowerPoint? Awesome. Okay. So again, my name is Lori. I am with the Career Center here on campus. I'm hoping that most of you are familiar with what we do, but did want to give you a little bit of exposure to maybe the breadth of services that we offer and how we can assist students throughout their entire career journey and educational journey. So kind of in 3 different buckets, our main service areas include career major exploration. So things that can help here would be access to individual career coaches for one-on-one advising and assistance. We have Tradeify, which is here, which is an online self-assessment instrument that literally takes 3 minutes. You look at a picture, say me, not me, and get a great personality profile with career suggestions. We have the EDUC 121 2-credit elective career course. So all the things that students would be doing throughout the course of their time in terms of figuring out a major and doing all this self and personal branding and connecting to opportunities, you can do and get credit for it. So that comes in this bucket as well. We have our career resources by major section. So a page dedicated to every single undergrad TU major that provides information on what can I do with it, internship information, sample resumes for that major, et cetera. So some really nice resources that students can tap into there. As it relates to personal branding and self-marketing, these are things like resumes, cover letters, interviewing, networking, all of those skill sets. And we offer express hours. So I should mention that everything I'm talking about has transferred pretty seamlessly into this virtual space. So everything is available online and virtually. We'll look forward to being back in campus. We are here, I can see them in my office. We are here physically, but I know most students prefer to take advantage of things virtually this semester. So along personal branding lines, we have our virtual express hours. So students can email their resume and get emailed back feedback on the resume. We have Big Interview, which is shown here, which is an online program to help students with interviewing, lots of learning modules, but also the ability to record yourself with questions that you can select, or you can use the program to do that. And you can share that feedback with others if you'd like. We also have employer mock interviews that are being conducted virtually every Friday. We have employers this week doing resume reviews, and we actually will have in-person LinkedIn photo booths later on this semester. For those of you who are on campus and would like that, that would be something you'd be able to take advantage of. And then in terms of connecting to opportunities, of course, Handshake, hopefully you're familiar with that, is our campus portal for job and internship opportunities, on-campus jobs, off-campus jobs, part-time, summer, full-time, really running the gambit. At any particular point in time, I just looked yesterday, we have about 7,300 jobs in Handshake and another 2,300 internships posted. So there's a lot of great information there that you can take advantage of and connections to make. We've also, since we've moved into this remote environment, really been able to offer students access to micro internships, which are basically short-term paid opportunities for students with organizations, but really short-term commitments, and they are done virtually. So that's something you can find on the Career Center's website in our internship section. We have Going Global to assist lots of students who are thinking about, in the future, global opportunities, but also for our international students to access lists of employers that do hire and sponsor international employees. So that could be something helpful. Quad Jobs, something we brought on board about a year ago to connect students to sort of the informal gig economy. So a nice way to look for opportunities that are shorter term in nature, a little less formal, and again, an additional resource outside of Handshake. And then, of course, I'm going to spend just a quick minute talking about some of our virtual employer connection services like on-campus interviews and information sessions that are conducted virtually, but also our career fairs. So I'll hop on that in just a second, but did also want to point out, in case folks weren't aware, over the past couple of years, we've been trying to build out a really focused, targeted way for students to receive career assistance, and this is through our career communities. So right now we have 4 career communities that are established, one for STEM, one for health and wellness, one for media arts and communication, and another for exploration, for those students who are exploratory, undecided, or changing majors. These communities are staffed, so we have career coaches and external outreach coordinators for the different communities where you can get individual coaching, where there are lots of programs that are put on specific to these industries, and some real specific supports that students can take advantage of. And then, as I promised, I wanted to quickly talk about our virtual career fair week. So as you can see, these do align with the career communities that we've have established, as well as those career communities that we're hoping to establish down the line. So they start this Friday, the 5th, and they move into the following week. So we have a fair for business and economics, another for employers and industries related to social impact, public policy, and education, a third focused on media arts and communication, a 4th on health and wellness, and then that 5th one on STEM. These are all going to be held within the Handshake platform. We have almost 200 employers participating across all of these fairs, looking to intentionally connect with TU students around internships and jobs. So we definitely encourage students to take a look. The Handshake platform is going to be a little bit different than any other fair, virtual or in person, that students have participated in the past. The key thing about this is students will need to sign up for sessions in advance. The great thing about that is there's no waiting in line, and you know when you show up, you have the opportunity to talk one-on-one with an employer. So all of this information about the employers that are attending, as well as the opportunity to sign up for those time slots, can be found in Handshake. And then I'll also mention this semester, we have 2 other events: our teacher recruitment fair for our graduating College of Education students, and then our nursing recruitment fair taking place a little bit later this month. A couple other events that are in the works for the rest of this semester. Something we do each semester several times is our What Can I Do With This Major workshop. So that's going to be held actually in person. So another in-person opportunity to complement all of our online resources. We are having, as I mentioned before, employer mock interviews take place virtually every Friday. We are transitioning our job shadowing program this year into an Instagram takeover opportunity. So we're going to feature TU alums who are working and doing great things, so students can get an understanding of what that career path looks like, sort of a little day in the life snapshot of these alums and their careers. We are also involved with 2 weeks this semester. One is our Money Smart Week, and then the other is going to be the National Student Employment Week. We also, via COFAC, are going to be supporting an Arts Career Expo in April. And then we're going to have our Senior Week program in early May, which is going to be a series of virtual programs to help students who are graduating with that transition into the next step. Also, just big picture, a couple things to share. Coming up in the near future, so actually later this week, you all will be getting our email. So we do send out our monthly student newsletters, and in that you'll find some information on our Diversity in the Workplace Professional Development Funding Grant. So this is going to be an opportunity for students to apply for money to help support them in any professional development opportunity that can help improve their cultural competency. So that will be something that hopefully students will be excited about. And then coming this fall, we are going to launch a permanent professional attire closet. So we're calling it Suit Up, and it'll be a way for students to access for free at no cost professional attire for interviews, internships, things along those lines. And then to go along with that, we are going to be moving into the University Union, into some brand new Career Center space in the new Union sometime later this summer. So we will be transitioning there. And then just a couple new things to tell you about that are here now already. We have recently published hundreds of internship stories for students organized by industry. So students who are interested in a certain industry can go in and see where TU students have interned and learn a little bit more about their experiences to help them understand the value, the benefit, and to kind of explore those opportunities further. We also launched this semester a workplace values section on our website that helps students sort of sort through and understand their own values so that they can in turn evaluate employers, so they can learn to evaluate the employer's culture, to ask appropriate interview questions that can help them discern, is this an employer that's going to fit with the values that I have, and to really work through that part of the process. And then finally, wanted to share our other new resource that was launched just before the pandemic began last March. So we've had it up for about a year, but it's called the Tiger Mentor Network. So it's a place for TU students to connect with TU alumni. We have over 400 alumni in the network right now. It's an online platform. You can search it by industry or employer name or major or identity or affiliation. Find a mentor just to ask a quick question to, or to engage in a more long-term mentoring relationship. There are also discussion groups and a lot of other great resources in this network. So encourage you all to take advantage of that. And then just as a reminder, again, as I mentioned, we are physically open. So we're here in the 7800 York Road building up on the 2nd floor. Everything I've talked about is available on the Career Center's website. So I would encourage folks to take a look at those resources. And of course, you can call us, email us, etc. We are now on TikTok, as well as Instagram and all the other social media platforms. So you can find some good information and kind of keep up to date with what we're doing there too. So that is all I have. Hopefully I stayed within more or less my 5 to 7 minute time frame. So sorry I talked quickly. And if time allows, I'd be happy to take any questions.
You are all good. Thank you so much for the thorough presentation, and you are absolutely fine. Are there any questions for Lori today about any of the information? Chief Justice Foreman, you have a question?
Yes. First, thanks, Lori, for coming and talking to us. My first question is, are you all still doing the Tiger Leap, like 1-day internships?
Yeah, so that's what I was mentioning. We transitioned, so that's our job shadowing program. So we termed it Tiger Leap. So this year, because we know so many folks are just zoomed out and doing things virtually isn't always where folks are kind of in the mindset these days. So what we decided to do is transition that by featuring a good number of TU alums on our Instagram. This will be taking place in April. So we'll be sort of handpicking some alums with some great stories and advice and information to share, so you can kind of get that virtual experience, but in a more kind of engaging platform via Instagram. But we are definitely hoping, once we're all back physically, to relaunch the Tiger Leap Job Shadow program in the fashion that it was originally put together, which is in-person job shadowing.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much.
Sure.
Anyone else? Okay, if there are no further questions, Lori, would you be so kind as to leave your contact information in the chat? And Olivier, can you reiterate that in the live stream chat on YouTube as well? That'd be awesome. Thank you so much for coming to join us today.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. Take care, everyone.
Of course. All right, Vanessa, the floor is all yours from the CSD.
Hi, all. It's so wonderful to be here with you all. So my name is Vanessa. I use she, her, hers pronouns. If you don't know me, random stuff about me. I have a dog who's a Chihuahua. Not that you need to know all this info, but I really love connecting with students. Usually, and when we were in the real world, my office was always open. And a lot of you who know me know that that is to be true. It was always popping, and so I really miss that. But a little bit about the CSD, if you are not familiar with it, the Center for Student Diversity, currently for the rest of the spring semester, we are continuing to stay virtual. We want to stay healthy the semester, and so we are staying virtual for the rest of the semester. Currently, we are continuing to have everything online. So if you are not familiar with our Instagram, I would suggest to follow us. So we are at Towson CSD. I'm putting it in the chat box. We put literally every single thing possible on our Instagram. So we have a link tree on there that has all of our information. We have all of our upcoming events for each population and community. We're continuing to do walk-in hours virtually as well. And so some of the resources and communities that we serve, we have our Black Student Development Program. We have our Latinx Student Development Program. We work with our undocumented students. We have a program for mature students, and that also is connected to some scholarship opportunities. We also cater to our APIDA, so Asian Pacific Islander Desi American student community. We also have women's resources programming and our LGBTQ+ programming. And so a lot of those things that we serve, that includes one-on-one advising, group advising, and events and programming. But really, at the end of the day, it's really just an opportunity for us to support y'all in your identity development and not just your educational development, because we truly believe that both are equally as important. And so if there's any way that we can connect you to resources, help you find a group that you're interested in, or really just get to chat and develop relationships, we are totally open for that. Full transparency, if y'all know me, I usually like to keep it real about things. And so currently at our CSD right now, we're going through a series of transitions. And so right now we have a new interim director. We have a few vacancies as well. And so currently for staff, it's Taylor Nichols, if you've met Taylor, who is our admin, but also currently serving in our interim women's resources position. And it's myself and then Kiwana. And so all of us with our GAs and our student workers are kind of navigating these transitions, but we do have some vacancies. And I'm bringing that up because through transitions, I'm sure y'all are familiar, it is a great opportunity to share your thoughts about how things that you already love about the CSD and in ways that we can also improve the CSD. And so I really am open to that feedback. And so if there's anything that y'all are interested in moving forward as we are going through these transitions, I would love to hear from y'all. And so I am also dropping my email as well in the chat box. Once we meet, I usually like to share my phone number as well. I'm totally open with that too. And so if y'all have any questions, please feel free to ask, whether it's in this space, outside of the space, or one-on-one as well.
Awesome. I see a question from Olivier. I think we might be thinking the same thing, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to ask Vanessa, would you want SJ to compile a list of just suggestions for CSD? Not suggestions, like things we love about CSD, like in this period of transition, like things we would like to see change, things we want to see keep the same. Would you appreciate a list from that, just from SJ as a whole?
Absolutely. Yep.
All right.
Awesome. I was going to offer some time now just because we don't have unfinished or new business today. If anyone would like to speak anything on their heart at the moment, feel free. We can take 2 or 3 of those, or feel free to drop them in the chat. And I also think that it might be interesting if President DeYoung, I don't know if you'd be open to working with the CSD to have a open forum perhaps for students during this transition. I think that might be helpful also, but we can discuss that further later.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming today. Does anyone have any questions or comments for the CSD today? Director White.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, please take good care of you all selves as you all are going through this transition. Do the best that you can to honor, your calling and your passions and your love for the students and your love for this work. So I understand that I don't understand, but I can imagine it must be very difficult managing all of this and all of these changes during this very difficult time and during this pandemic, honestly. So I was just going to say, take good care of yourself and certainly lean on me as the director of diversity and inclusion if you need to. I'm a helping hand, a listening ear. I'm whatever you need me to be. If you need any help, certainly do not hesitate to ask. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, y'all. Yes, I appreciate that so much. And I think also to acknowledge the fact that being in these spaces with y'all is what motivates us and what we're passionate about. And so I think just continuing to see y'all thriving and making sure that we're supporting you in any way also helps us continue to stay focused on our mission. And so I appreciate that.
Vanessa was my cluster lead at Leadership, and I will always remind you guys because she's amazing, and I hope you remember how much I care and love for you. But I wanted to say also, Lori and Vanessa, if you'd like to stay with us and hear what we're working on, then feel free, but don't feel obligated to stay for the duration of the meeting. But thank you so much for joining us today. And then also, I'm not going to volunteer anyone from SGA, but if there's any outside of Dominique or Director White, you need any helping hands. I know all of us are looking for different ways to serve during office hours and things like that. So yeah, you guys reach out to Vanessa and ask if she needs any help too. But yeah, or Lori, if you need some help over at the Career Center. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, bye. Oh, okay. Alrighty, now we're gonna get back on track. Please hold. And where's the agenda? There it is. Okay, awesome. Is there any public participation or student concerns today? No? All right. Well, Olivier, I know we had a couple of...
Sorry, there was a student concern. So one of the student leaders on the live stream, Corey Laster, said she would appreciate an open forum for the CSD and SGA. So that's the only public comment.
Okay, beautiful. But yeah, and I know that there was a focus group earlier this week with a third-party organization, and I'll forward those on to President DeYoung just because those weren't offered publicly, so I don't want to share them now. But you guys just find all the different outlets to hear from students, even if it's not through social media. I know the students are chatting right now. There's a lot going on. But yeah, if not, we'll move into communications. Appropriations Committee.
No report.
Government Operations Committee. Government Operations Committee. Rules Committee.
No report.
President DeYoung.
Hi, everybody. So I have a little bit of a long report for you guys today, so I apologize in advance, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start. As I said in the group me, we are looking for members to interview for the election commission. The only requirements are you have to be a senior or not planning on returning next semester, which is perfectly fine, I promise. I will not be upset with you or anything like that. So yeah, just let me know or like the message in the group me. Next on the list, I'm supposed to be giving testimony at the USM in support of the student fee bill, which is House Bill 1295 and Senate Bill 895. So I'll have more updates on that soon, along with attending the monthly USM meeting this upcoming Sunday. In addition to that, the USM is also looking for individuals who are willing to submit written testimony in support of Senate Bill 904, which is the Maryland textbook tax bill, which would basically expand the Maryland back to school tax-free week. So let me know if you're interested in submitting any testimony for that. And then just two more things. This past week, I've attended both the Board of Visitors meetings and the Board of Alumni. So if you want any of the meeting notes from there, just let me know. And then other than that, I've just been working with the exec board to address specific student concerns that have been brought to us personally. So yeah, that's really it. With that, I yield.
Thank you so much, Treasurer Yigle.
Hi, everyone. So after receiving some feedback from like different student organizations and senators about the budgeting process, I decided to work on with Director Perot with working on a website, not a website, well, a page on the Towson's SJ's website to just make it easier for information to be received and sent. And it has finally been completed. Jordan, can you, Vice President DeVoe, can you give me access so I can show them?
Chief of Staff Ambush, please.
Or Chief of Staff Ambush, can you just go on the page yourself? So when the budgeting process begins, I ask that you just simply send them to this website. It will have all the information they need. Every single question should be answered on that website. If they still have questions, of course, answer it. But this website was mainly because I wanted to make information being received much easier for both the students, senators, and myself. So it's up at the top where it says the Treasurer's Hub. And if you scroll down a little bit, Mackenzie did so well on this. I love her so much. But every underlining thing is a hyperlink. So every time you press on it, it would take you somewhere else. I put in there the budgeting template. I put the direct link to the initial budget submission. FAC meetings are already, there's a sign up genius. You just press on that. Final budget submission, budget hearing. And I decided to add the accounts and just quick information about each account for students that are still confused about it. And then quick links that I usually get a lot of questions on. And there's a little timeline with like, it's so cute. And then important deadlines. And then some quick questions I usually get all the time. So it has the answers as well. But yeah, that's just send them to this website. It should have all their questions and everything else they need. And with that, I yield.
Can everyone just please unmute yourselves and just give a round of applause because we all know how helpful this is. Yeah. Yes. We love it. We love to see it. On twin. Great job, Treasurer Yigle, and great job, Director Perot. This is so great. Does anyone have any questions about that? If not, check the website. I'm sure the information is there. So yes. Yes, towsonsga.org is our website. So just, I can put that in the chat. But yeah, that's our website. In general, you all take advantage of the website because there are a lot of great resources there. So please do that. And yeah, did you yield? I can't remember. Okay, cool. Thank you. But yes, great job. Alrighty. This is such an exciting GA full of resources. Wow. Okay, cool. Oh, goodness. I always share the wrong thing, guys. Wow. Alrighty. Let's try one more time. Great. Alrighty. Attorney General Robinson is not here today. Chief of Staff Ambush.
Hello, everyone. I'm gonna keep it short. So I know many of you have been asking for pre-meetings. Tiger Pride Day and a bunch of other things led to some pre-meetings literally having to be budgeted out. So there are the pre-meeting this Thursday will kind of be a follow-up to Tiger Pride Day. It's about contacting your legislators. That will be led by me and Director Fishkin. And then next Thursday, we're having a special guest come from AmeriCorps to talk about some of the work they're doing. And then the pre-meetings after that should be free. Keyword should. So this week there's going to be a sign up. It's going to be first come, first serve for whatever pre-meeting. If you would like to still do a pre-meeting, just sign up there and I'll plug you into the calendar. Yes. So I'll just plug you into the calendar to make sure everyone gets the pre-meeting they want. Again, I know some of you asked for pre-meetings in February. I'm so sorry. February was just a really hectic month and there were some pre-meetings I just literally had to budget in because it was connected to some other SGA related stuff. But hopefully going forward, our pre-meetings will be all in order and stuff. That's pretty much it for me for now. Group A, we do have our check-ins this Thursday. And I will have more announcements this Thursday actually, because there's some things that still need to be finalized before I can announce it. But that's it for me. With that, I yield.
Thank you so much. Department of Academic Affairs.
Hey guys, I just had like a few announcements. So I remember talking to you guys about the first generation event that I was trying to plan, and I have got some professors on board that really want to help out SGA with this. So if any of you guys, or if any of you guys have friends or anything that would like to work with me on that, please let me know or contact me, text me or anything. Also, just an update from the last provost meeting. I don't remember if I said this before, but there will be a task force for the textbook initiative and then the test optional initiative. So those are two task force. So I'm pretty sure the people that we think would be interested will be contacted. So yeah, and I yield my time.
I was going to touch on it a little bit later, but the senators that were involved in writing those bills will automatically be requested. If you are, based on your availability, you can choose whether or not you want to participate, but I can talk a little bit more about that later. Thank you so much. Department of Campus Activities.
Hi everybody, so CAB is having an event tonight at 7. It's called A Shot of Reality. So it's a really fun comedy show where you're going to be learning about how to drink responsibly and alcohol awareness. So if you want to attend, the link is on our website, houseandcab.org. With that, I yield.
Did CAB do Know Your Litment? Was that y'all? Because that,
I think years ago.
Okay, because I remember my brother had the shirt and I was like, what does that mean? Because I was in high school and I didn't know what that meant. But anyway, so thank you so much. All righty, Department of Civic Engagement.
Hi, everyone. I first just wanted to put another shout out to Director Treskovka for organizing Tiger Pride Day. It really was amazing. And thank you all for coming. And I also have the political roundtable coming up. And I'm very excited. A lot of organizations have been replying. And if you want to be a part of it, you can always let me know. And with that, I yield.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Yes, Director Treskovka, we appreciate you so much, all your hard work, and Director Fishkind. Fishkind? I asked you this before.
Fishkind. It's just
kind, obviously, because she's so kind, everyone.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I chose cheesy today. Anyway, okay. Director of Communications.
Hi, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. I'm giving communications on behalf of Director Perot. She just wanted me to remind you all to be sure to check the band for marketing and social media checklists prior to submitting any requests to either her or Director Whiteside. And with that, I yield.
Awesome sauce. Thank you so much. Department of Community Outreach.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everybody. Pot of Gold is coming up really soon. I wanted to get y'all the Sign of Genius last Monday, but We're still waiting back to hear from all of the dining halls. So until we get the official, hopefully we get the official times and dates where they want us to come by pre-meeting on Thursday, and I'll have the sign-up genius ready for y'all. With that, I yield.
Yes, and they don't know. It's all a surprise. We've only told the management, so nobody tell anybody. Okay, cool. Department of Diversity and Inclusion.
Hi, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. Happy beginning of Women's History Month. We had some amazing events last week. I want to thank everybody that attended an event. I want to especially thank marketing, communications, all of y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all did amazing work, and I really could not have promoted the event without you all. In addition to that, please, please, please keep your eye out for the political roundtable. The director of civic engagement and I have been working really hard on making this a beautiful and insightful event. So please be vigilant in attending that, and also just, keeping your eye out for information about it. In addition to that, also that Director Page, amazing job. So great job. There was something else. Oh, in addition to all of these things, although Black History Month has ended, I hope that you all continue to really be open and effective in learning more about the history of Black people, not just domestically, but internationally. So if you need any resources, you all can always reach out to me or the CSD for more information. And with that, I yield.
Yes, all 28 days, I'm just kidding. But anyway, celebrate all year. Okay, thank you so much, Director White. All right, Department of Health and Wellness.
Hi, everyone. I want to first give a big shout out to Director White for her healing circle last week for Black History Month. It was an amazing event and she did great. And I want to first share an event from the Health Center for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. It is Take Back the Night on April 8th. So I think they do this event every year. So if you are familiar with it, they have basically an open forum for speakers, poets, storytellers, and essentially stories of survivors. If you are interested in being part of that, of sharing anything you want to, or just participating, you can reach out to me for more information. And then I definitely wanted to take part for the month. So planning with Director DMA for a Title IX panel with Office of Title IX for their policy on sexual assault and sexual violence, and then having students still do the It's On Us pledge, which is very important. So the date for the Title IX is still TBD, but yep.
Thank you so much. All right, Department of Higher Education.
Hi, everyone. Not too much to update you guys on. I did start the committee for our virtual Arts Integration Marathon. I have a bunch of directors in there. Would love to have some senators on the committee. We need a lot of hands-on for this project in order for it to be successful. So if you're interested, please just DM me on GroupMe or just send me a quick little chat message in here if you're interested. Still look for mentors, of course. If you're interested, go ahead and DM me. And with that, I yield.
Thank you so much. Department of Legislative Affairs.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. I just really want to say thank you. Tiger Pride Day, I just really appreciate all of you. It could not have happened if it weren't for SGA and if it weren't for all of you amazing directors, execs, Senate, just everybody. You guys have all been phenomenal throughout everything. I know that some people were not able to meet with legislators. Unfortunately, that did happen, but I will be kind of getting into contact with a lot of people that did like my message in the GroupMe. If you're interested in meeting with a legislator again and you met with one during Tiger Pride Day, please reach out. I would love to set you up with them, but I definitely will be keeping everyone updated in that regard. And just thank you again. I really appreciate all of you and all the support that you guys showed me that day. So with that, I yield.
You were absolutely amazing. It was awesome, awesome, awesome to witness. Department of Special Projects.
Hi everyone. So just a reminder, make sure you're looking at band. Me and Director of Communications, Department and Department of Marketing, I'm yelling, all have material on band about how to submit events and how to go about getting flyers and marketing materials and all of that. We made it really, really easy. All you need to do is read them and make sure you're following the dates. So please do that. Please have those checklists up when you're meeting with us throughout your entire process. And if you have more questions, then come to talk to us. But if the information's right there, it just gets really repetitive. So yes, amazing. But you guys are all amazing, and I'm really looking forward to these events, and amazing events have already happened. So with that, I yield.
Thank you. Everyone, please, please, please do. All right, Department of Marketing. Okay, Department of Student Organizations.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you very much for those who have contributed to the meeting doc, the officially taking attendance for the required senatorial assignments. I apologize. Sorry guys, hold on a second. I apologize for the confusion for some senators, and we are fixing it. If any of you guys have student organizations that are unclear of who their senatorial assignments or who their assigned senator is, please tell them to hit my inbox. And I can also give you guys my sign up genius because I'm meeting with some clubs. But I do also see that you guys are currently updating that Google Doc. That's awesome. I was supposed to have them in by yesterday, but because of the communication errors and things like that, I am personally trying to go through each org and give the allotted extensions to those who need it. But thank you again for you guys sending me messages in the group me and being transparent and telling me, because there was a lot of confusion. So with that, I yield. Thank you again.
Thank you, and thank all of you, especially the senators and the Department of Student Organizations, for handling one another with grace and gentleness. We will figure all of this out. So great job and great work, everybody. Department of New Student Development, Assistant Director Ferguson, you will be sharing that on Director Moody's behalf.
Yes, hi again, everyone. On behalf of the Department of New Student Development, I'm going to thank you all for the support that you have been giving Freshman Council thus far. There are a couple of events that Freshman Council will be hosting, and the Freshman Council representative will share those in their announcement. But aside from that, they love hearing about the amazing events that are going on, so keep up the good work and feel free to reach out to the department if they can assist you in any way. And with that, I yield.
Loved the IG takeover Freshman Council for Tiger Pride Day. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But yes, thank you, Assistant Director Ferguson. We have a representative today from TUNE, or Towson University's Northeastern campus. Rebecca, are you ready?
Yeah. So hi. We don't have like a lot going on there, just a few clubs and all. Like I know we had a little bit of questions about like when budgets will come back, but I'm sure that's everyone but I'm also really loving the new like part to the website and the tab because I think that'll help a lot. So yeah, thanks for having me. And
of course, we just love to see your face. Don't feel, no, it's okay. Just feel like, you can share as much as you want to share, but just know we're just happy to have you. So thank you so much for joining us today. All right, Maryland Higher Education Council representative, or MHEC representative.
Hi again, everyone. Okay, so this last meeting was very information heavy, so I'll be super, super quick about it. We went over the basic layout of the 5-year plan for MHEC, and it's basically just saying that anyone who touches higher education in any type of way as a stakeholder in this 5-year plan. The introduction part is more so about principles and the purpose of impact. And then we went into like previous goals and how they're looking from the 5-year plan before this one. And that was just focused on financial aid and enrollment stats, financial literacy programs, student success and everything, I'm sorry. And then in this 5-year plan, we're going to talk about moving forward in a pandemic in the upcoming 5 years and what that looks like through access, success, and innovation. There's also an equity framework section in the 5-year plan that just focuses on statewide equity and then equity versus equality. And then the goals of the plan, I'm so sorry guys, the goals of this plan is to have at least 55% of Maryland students or students who attend Maryland institutions to have at least a associate degree. Again, those focuses are access, success, and innovation. There's also a focus on affordability of higher education in Maryland, no matter the institute. And also we got into, away from the 5-year plan, the tech grant that we were speaking on. It focuses on accessibility, of course. We're going to consider it for the 5-year plan, but we are also okay with it standing alone. And yeah, so it would be like need-based and, you know, need dispersed technology based on need. And the grant would range from about 300 to 1,000, depending on the student's need, of course. And yes, very, okay. With that, I yield.
All right. I was going to say something, but I'll say it in the chat because I probably shouldn't say it out loud, but please, no apologies necessary. This is your job. We appreciate you so, so much. All right. Athletic Affairs Representative.
No report for you guys today. Just hope everybody had a good weekend. And with that, I yield.
Thank you so much. We hope you had a good weekend too. Thank you so much. All right. Freshman Council Representative.
Hello, everyone. Okay, and thank you, everyone, for all the hype. It was so much fun taking over the Insta. So, Freshman Council has grown by the addition of one Tiger. I always get his name wrong. I'm so sorry. Shit. Oh, I'm not supposed to. Sorry. I'm okay. Yeah, but his name is Chidi. He was confirmed last Wednesday, and Freshman Council has a few events prepared for the end of March. So, check out our Insta for our marketing post. Thank you. And with that, I yield.
Alrighty, cool beans. We are so excited. More Tigers. Yay. Okay. All right. Office of the Solicitor General.
Hey everyone, happy Tiger Tuesday. So I'm still working on the African American Comic Book Festival with Pro Temp Wheeler. We're looking to have a costume decorating workshop, as well as some workshops if you're looking to just get into the comic book industry. So if you're interested in coming, stay tuned. I'll be putting the flyer in the chat. And if you're interested in helping us out with that, please let me know. I'm also still working on Know Your Rights Week. If anyone has any ideas or any suggestions for like speakers, we're looking to do a few panels, so please let me know as well. I didn't get a chance to tell you guys about the RPAC meeting because we didn't have GA for like 2 weeks. Most of it was gone over during the fee forum, but just a few things. The provost said that the enrollment is down 4.8% for spring. Out-of-state and transfer student enrollment rates for fall were down, and they will be starting to open up campus tours to attract more students. The Vice President, Lowenthal of Administration and Finance, he said that the CARES Act and stimulus funding will likely increase within the semester, and they're looking to increase faculty salaries, and they're also looking to increase the amount of research that faculty are allowed to do. I have the full notes for the meeting on the Google Docs, so if you want to know more, just look there. And with that, I yield.
Thank you so much. I saw a question in the chat about mental health days. General assemblies are a little bit more complex, specifically in reference to quorum. If you're not in the Senate, it may be a little bit easier, but generally speaking, if you present documentation and ample, well, I think notice is a bit much to ask for mental health things, but just reaching out and just communicating, scratch everything I just said, just communicate with Attorney General Robinson, and you will be a-okay. So don't stress too much about that. Okay. But yes, Treasurer Yeagle, you had something to add?
Yeah, so I forgot to mention something in my report, something else I've been working on. So I don't know if this has to go by the Senate, but I do want to introduce this now. So when I do talk about it, it's not confusing. I have been working on an initiative as treasurer where I wanted to donate some of our money and use some of the money as well to purchase a service for students. So right now I'm planning to write a proposal to donate about 85% of our money from reversions to the Student Emergency Crisis Fund to help students in need. And then about 10% of that, I wanted it to be donated for a mental health service. I'll get into that about next week, but I was looking into this mental health service that is extremely beneficial for students, peers, all of that. And then lastly, I wanted to donate about whatever was remaining to the health center for us to purchase some feminine well-being products and just hygiene products as well to give it out for free. So that's been what I've been working on, and I am planning to write a proposal on that. So with that, I yield.
Thank you so much. I know there was a question. I believe it's, someone can correct me, but I believe it's reserves. But maybe I could easily be wrong.
It's
Is it-
reversions. I was just asking, can Feli define reversions for people who don't know what it is?
Please.
So the money that we have left over, so this year we got a bunch of money back because student organizations weren't hosting events like that, so we did have a lot of money back. So those funds, we call them reversions, where it's just the money that was remaining from the previous semester. So we have a fall reversion that the business specialist does, and then the spring reversions. So I think right now we're at I don't want to 58,000 or more. I'm not exactly sure right now, I don't remember, but yeah, it's just leftover money.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Were there any questions about any of the communications today? I know I didn't ask earlier, but anything that anyone had, I assumed if you didn't put it in the chat, you didn't have any questions, but before I go into my report. All right, if not, just a couple of things, just to reiterate what Director DMA mentioned earlier with the two task forces that are coming out of the test optional resolution, as well as the textbook affordability resolution. If you know you are involved in that in any form or fashion, please look out for communications from either me and or Director DMA. And then also the executive board's kind of been talking a little bit about this, but I just wanted to put it out there about revisiting our administration's campaign initiatives for the last kind of stretch of the race in the spring. So as it relates to legislation, senators, I would encourage you to look on the executive team tab on the website to see which ones feel attainable. But that goes for everyone. But yeah, just to carry out the vision that we originally set in the beginning of the year. And then Pot of Gold, I just wanted to also say, please sign up for that. As many people as you can from campus or that are in the general Towson area, just to show our appreciation for dining service workers. That would be really, really awesome. But I believe that's it. With that, I yield. Any opinions of the court today?
Hey everyone, so there are no opinions of the court. So with that, I yield.
Thank you so much, Chief Justice Foreman. There is no unfinished business or new business today, so we'll move into announcements. Anyone, any burning announcements before we adjourn? Treasurer Yeagle. No,
I didn't say anything.
Sorry.
Hi, y'all. I just want to echo what Vice President DeVoe said. We have technically a little less when you factor in spring break and the fact that half of May is exams. We only have about 3 months, a little less left. So let's make the most of it. There's a lot of exciting stuff. It will get kind of busy for some people. It might actually get easier for some people. It's just the way spring goes. We all know how the spring is like. The spring is really hectic. So let's make the most of it. Also, if you are a senior, please DM me and let me know you're a senior. Like, I'll remind people throughout March, but we need to order y'all's stoles for graduation. So if you are a senior, I'll probably put a message in the group me, just like the message. Just, you got to do it soon because we do have to order these relatively soon in order to get them to everyone by the time you all graduate in May. So congratulate to all the seniors who are about to graduate in 3 months, but 3 months left. Let's make the most of it. Whoop, whoop. I'm literally gonna cry. Anyway, sorry. But on the flip side of the senior conversation, if you are still going to be a student for the next academic year, please consider staying in the organization just to make sure that there, is an ease to the transition of the next administration. It's helpful if a couple of y'all are here and know what you're doing. But we are going into elections, and if you're interested in running for anything, any position, please, please, please take advantage of that. And if you have any questions about that, please contact Chris Rindosh, who's over the Election Commission, and he can answer all of those questions. But yes, amazing job today, guys. And yeah, we're finishing right up at 6. Are there any motions on the floor?
Oh, wait, I had an announcement.
I'm sorry, there's so much going on in the chat. I think I missed it. Sorry. Did you have one, Pro Tem Wheeler?
Yeah, well, more so just a reminder, Rules Committee, we will be meeting this week, so on Thursday, so be ready. And I also will send out another, I'm going to create a little group chat with just us, and I'm going to send out another reminder, but just let you know we start this week, starting this week.
Awesome. Oh, and one last thing, I'll send out an email about this to the senators because there were some trends happening in you all's weekly reports, but just so you all know, one more time, pre-meeting and General Assembly does not count towards your office hours. So please don't put it in your weekly report because that doesn't count towards your office hours. Okay, love you, bye. Okay, are there any motions on the floor?
Senator Goodman, if there are no more announcements, I move that we adjourn.
All right, is there a second?
Senator Kenty, I second.
Okay, is there any discussion on adjourning? Hearing none, we'll move into a vote. All in favor of adjourning? All opposed? Abstaining? Director Kapoor?
10 in favor.
Oh, Director, I'm sorry. Pro Tem Wheeler, did you vote or no? You did? Oh, well, everyone please vote, but that's 2/3.